Right. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of techniques that I did out in America, mainly because Grandmaster Paul has never seen these ones before. These are ones that I developed, because being Taekwondo, there's not many Taekwondo pressure point experts out there and stuff. So I've been trying to break down our forms and what have you and that. Not as quite as exciting as Andy. Right, I can do that stuff too, but you know, I want to show Sensei Paul what I've broken down, and he can tell me whether I've got to carry on doing them or get rid of them if he doesn't like them, but I'm sure he will. Okay, very often what might happen is you get a push in the face. Alright, it's not always just going to be a thump in, and for fellas and stuff, you know, not often going to get a grab like this. Maybe a lady gets tugged or something. So sometimes it'll be just a smack in the face like this to take away, because now he wants to lump me with the other hand. He wants my eyes away, or pushing up against a wall or whatever. Okay, but I want to avoid that. Now, most of you, if you do your katas and stuff, have got forms where you do this movement. Okay, in our Taekwondo style, my Taekwondo style, and that we make this movement, but this one makes an inwards knife hand here, as this one comes up to the shoulder. We step back, and then we side punch. That's how it's done in my style. So, working on that, what I come up with was, as the push was coming into the face, and just like Grandmaster Gray, he wants to get on the outside, and he wants to get into this position. It's exactly the same as this. Exactly the same move. That's this. Against the elbow, so it can't come back in. Now, as I come to this position, and step away, that's that position. I'm on the wrist points, so I'm on heart and lung. From here, I've got control anyway, if I want it. Okay, so I've moved to here. This arm is checking the shoulder. It's keeping that hand away. If he was coming at me with quite a bit of force through, that is an instant strike anyway. Okay, so I'm going to triple warmer. Or triple warmer there, wherever. Okay, but I've just got to this position, to the brace here. So what I can do now for that next technique, we were working on lung 5 earlier. The natural angle now for this, using this part of the wrist, will hit into lung 5. At the same time, I want this to do an inwards chop. That is this. And if I come away, that's this. Okay? See where my elbow is? It's checking him again. It's got him locked up, or if he was a bit lower, it might have struck him. My next move, I'm going to use this, his own hand in his neck, or my hand here, can punch him as I pull back. Now this one's to strip. Look at the angle of his, just at the same time as I now slip into my punch, straight into spleen, or into the head. Okay? So the push is in, to here, to here, to here.
Very good.
So that's one I come up with. Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks, Jamie. At the end of the day, there's no, I wouldn't say there's no right or wrong way to it. There's lots of ways of doing it. The wrong way is if you can't make it happen or make it work. But just by coming up with different techniques and that, we can then work on them to see how usable they are, and obviously at speed as well. Another technique that I've been working on a lot at the moment is this motion. Right, starts from here, goes to here. So when he kicks me and punches me at the same time, I do this. Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
It's in the books.
Okay. grabs my hand and he wants to launch in with this one. I've got a couple of ways to be able to do this one. Alright. First thing, obviously I'm a bit worried about that. Now I can give him, Master Grade did a lovely one on spleen 6, but we've got stomach 41 here, and all I do with this one, and yet again if I had shoes on, it would be a toe punch. Alright, I'm just going to use the ball of the foot. So all I'm doing is aiming up, as though I'm sliding up his foot, and then it'll go into stomach 41. I meant to do that light actually. It's just quite nasty, but it gives me a moment. Okay? At the same time as I'm doing this, this is my first movement. So I'd hit stomach here, hit stomach here. Now as I raise up, this is now taking this there, and what I'm doing is I'm bumping onto the crest of the hip. Okay, on gallbladder 26. And what that does is that gives a nice little disorientation and a shake. Takes the knees out. So what I've done, I've got 1, see how he dropped onto that now with that shot. 2, and now I'll come up to here, and I'm going to go into heart and into large intestine. And what I'm going to do is pull this way, and this comes up for this move. Because in our form, we do this, and then we come up to this, and that's the breakdown of that. Okay? So, you know, working on that. Now, it could be that I'm not quick enough. I still want this, but he may launch. So there's the first move now. So as it launches, we've all been doing it today. He's been a little bit slow now. Everyone's done their pericardiums in today, all right? But that's what it would be, there. My next move now, because this has stripped his energy as this one went down. This one goes on stomach 5 here. And then as this one goes down to here, all I've done was, you're right.
Yep.
Touch. Okay?
Yep.
Because of buzz this. I've got stomach here, I've got stomach there, and what I've done with this hand, as this goes down into wood ocean here, I'm landing them 2 knuckles, stomach 9 and 10. So I've gone stomach, 4 stomach points.
He's going now.
Yeah, it does. But I need to touch
That was light, yeah, that was very light.
Okay, so.
Nice, yeah, good technique. Very good. Give him a clap. There we go.
Obviously, my gratitude goes to Grandmaster Bowman, you know, for tagging me along, because I am just a taekwondo man. But he let me in for a while ago now.
That's quite a few years now, yeah.
10 years or something. But anyway, so you know, I'm trying to promote that through, and obviously some great friends and that. My biggest disappointment was that I really didn't get to keep everything that happened to you, sir. He did to me last week in America, and some. All right, and I was going to get my own back big time. We had quite a laugh actually in front of the Americans. It was quite funny, wasn't it? But unfortunately, Professor Dillman got hold of him first, and we was messing around with Chi, with a thermal image camera and stuff, and that was really interesting, seeing temperature rise and stuff during that. And then Professor Dillman decided to do some Chi on Keith and actually knocked him out. So that meant I couldn't play as much as I did, and I did that technique, and actually Keith, he went out for me on that first one before I even got to that. Just because it was already buzzed up a bit, but just a tap before I got to there, he was out, wasn't he? So anyway, but thank you. But I didn't get my own back. Right, okay, that's me done, I think.